everyone. In this video, we're going to do a quick tutorial for earrings. These are the earrings. Well, this is the filigree style that we're going to be doing with our wire. And then we're going to hang some little stones from here, or little drops, using our shipment from Cobeads that I did. I'll link it up here somewhere. I'll link it up here if you want to see the unboxing and the tutorial of those earrings. But for this tutorial, we're going to be doing this wire work, and then I'll show you guys how we're going to hang the little drops. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so for this tutorial, we're going to be using a bead-a-lawn. I have the German style wire for these. I like the German style wire for earrings forms like this one, because it is harder wire than the artistic wire that I normally use. And either that, or if you have only artistic wire, you can always hit it with a mallet, or those nylon hammers. You can hit the your little piece that you make. That way it will work harden it and also help it keep its shape. But otherwise, like I said, I use the German style wire, and we're going to use 20 gauge silver, and then use our 6-step looper and our wire cutters. So that's what we're going to need to start off this tutorial for this part. And then I'll show you the other pliers that we need for the other part. So I'm just going to straighten out the wire and get it nice and warm. If you want to, you can use nylon jaw pliers. I have these. I like these pink ones. I saw them at Hobby Lobby, and I was like, oh, those look fun. The nylon on these, though, these little things here are pretty hard. You really have to kind of soften them up, or I guess after you wire. But they have a really nice grip, and they're nice and small. So like I said, I got these at Hobby Lobby. It says Tooltron. So anyway, I have those. And what we're going to do is take our 6-step looper plier, and the way I'll show you guys will be easier to identify which of these loopers to use. So I go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 being the largest one. So right now we're going to use 1, 2, 3. This third looper, we're going to start off by making sure, it's not flush. I like to have it nice and straight. But when you cut with these side cutters, when you cut like this, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it cuts a V, and that's what we don't want. We want to make sure that it's a nice straight edge like that. So now we'll take our loop, like I said, number 3, and put it right between the 3 and 4. Make sure we don't feel it on this side, and then we're just going to make a loop all the way till we reach the back side of the wire, just like that. Then take out your take out your plier, and then put it back right beside it. Make sure you leave a little bit of a hole for or a space for your wire. So we're just going to do that again, same thing, but we're going to go underneath this wire here. So now when you take it off, it looks like a B. See? And then we're going to take this side over here, and again leave a little bit of space for your wire, space over here, and do another loop. This time we're going to go over the top of that wire. I'm going to take it out, see how it's on top, and then you can always use if you want your nylon jaw pliers, to start to squeeze it to make sure that it's nice and flat. Then for this one, you can either put it through here, or your pliers through here, just to kind of give it a little bit of shape. You're not going to do any squeezing, it's just kind of holding it in place. And then now you can go to your third one. Oops. Third, it goes underneath. I don't know why it's trying to go on top. There we go. And this one we're going to go all the way around. All the way around. And you know, if it's too far from here, you can always roll it closer. Now we've got our 4 little loops, and again, we want to gently, so we don't mar the wire, gently squeeze. This one I'm going to open it a little bit. Again, any movement you do with these, you want to gently just pull or squeeze or whatever you need to do, but I think I'll stick with my nylon jaw pliers. Okay, so now we have our 4 little loops here. Then I'm going to take, again, put it right next to this loop here and go around and underneath like so, and come out the other side like that. And then you can either, again, go through here and just start your bend. You're doing all the work basically with your left hand, like wrapping it around. Then it'll help you just make that little starting loop this time. And we're gonna go underneath again. Oops, there we go. And we're going to go all the way to the side. We're going to go all the way around. So we're coming out this side. So now we have these 6 little loops here. And I'm going to squeeze. Now we're going to not use 3. We're going to go to a corner, and you'll see later why I say it's a corner. But we're going to go to number 4, the 4 looper. And what we're going to do is just take, again, give it a little bit of a space here. And you don't want to squeeze. You just want to gently guide it. You know, guide the wire around that loop. And then you want to make sure this loop is nice and big. So this is 3 and this is 4. Now we're going to go again back to our 3. Turn the plier around. And now we're going to go, I kind of usually put it through here, but I'm not widening this loop. I'm just kind of using that to anchor. And then again, a little bit of space and start it right there. And again, go around and straight to the side. So now we're going to start to do our loops all around. And again, oops, where's my 4? My 3, right there. So see how I'm just gently putting it there, and then I give it that start. Now I can just, and I'm going, these loops I'm doing them all underneath the wire. I think it looks a lot nicer. See? Oop, sorry. See, like that. Now we're going to go back, since this is another corner, we're going to go back to our 4 right here. Again, leaving that little space for the wire to go through. And this time I'm just going to take the wire and wrap it around like that. And then put it back just to make sure I got that right. And go sideways. Now you can either squish it with your hand again, or use your pliers. But again, just a gentle squeeze. Just kind of keep it in shape. There we go. Now we're going to grab it again. Like I said, I just put it there to anchor. Leave a little space by the, and make a turn. Now I can take it out of that loop and turn it properly. Oop. I need more wire. Then turn it properly all the way around. See? And straighten that loop. And then I'm going to go into, well, I need to straighten this wire just a little bit, just to make sure it's all the way in the side. There we go. Now we're going to, again, here, start the curve. My dog's chewing on a bone again. And go all the way. Oh, I put it in the 4. See, be careful because they look alike. There, and then go all the way around to the other side. Yeah, I almost used the 4 by accident. So make sure you know which looper you're using. And again, we want to straighten that out. And then again, now we're going to do another corner. So we're going back to our 4, leaving a little space. We're going to go all the way around till we reach the other side. Like that. And I just need to make sure my loop is nice and straight. Alright, so now we got that. Now I'm going to go back to my 3, and again, going to anchor it right there. Make sure I have enough room on the side, and go all the way around until I go to the side, like so. Now it's on the side again, comes out this side. And then I'm going to do it again, and then we're going to again grab it, put my little thing in there, but just to give it that bend. And now I can go here and go all the way around like so. And I'm going to finish that loop so I come out sideways. There we go, right there. See how nice that looks? I guess you could make them bigger if you want. You can make another row if you wanted to do a pendant, make it larger. Just do more of these little loops, and then the last row around, just do the big 4 ones on the outer corners. But for earrings, I think this size is just perfect. But if you want to make a matching pendant, I think that would be a nice idea. Okay, so for my last loop, again, make sure I put it together, make that bend, and go all the way. This time we're going to go all the way around. I'm not going to stop at the side. I'm going to go all the way around, just like that. And I'm going to leave a little space, and I'll let you know in a minute why. Just going to cut it right about there. About what would that be? 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch. Now we have our 2 forms. So I did it on this one. I used 30 gauge wire, and I wired it closed. And if you wanted to, you can bend this forward and then file the edge here so it's not sharp, and then you have post earrings if you wanted to. But I'm just going to cut this off right here, and I'm going to leave it really looped all the way up, so that make sure you don't cut through it. And grab my round nose pliers and kind of give it a little bit around. I feel like leaving this little piece on here gives it a little more stability. Maybe you can cut it all the way down, but I just feel that with the wire here, and then if it were to cut too close, it might, slip out. So I'm leaving that little extra right there. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to grab a piece of this. Oh, I have one left. It's just a little piece of wire, and then I'm going to grab it right here. And it's such a thin wire, a 30 gauge. You can probably use a 28 if you wanted to, but it's just such a thin wire that you can, that it really gets lost in the design. And then if you use this side to hang your drops, it won't even be seen. And I went around, and then I'm going to thread it in through here. It's just like if you were doing, just like if you were sewing. Go around, make sure that your wires end up these wires end up side to side, or the loops that you made, instead of one on top of the other. So you can just take your time. Don't pull too hard. Just enough to make sure that it's nice and secure. There we go. I'm going to do it 4 times, just for my peace of mind, for insurance. Especially if you sell your pieces, you want to make sure that your pieces are nice and secure. Well, yeah, I guess even for yourself. You don't want an earring falling off. And then the last one. Thread that through there. Ugh. This band-aid gets in the way. But I had to. This is what happens when you wire wrap a lot. You end up with blisters. But I love it. I'll take the pain. There we go. So now it's nice and tight. So I'm going to cut really close here. And then cut this little piece that I used to anchor it to. Right there. And then take my little needle nose, or my little thin flat pliers, and kind of squish it and make sure that it's nice and that those wires are not sticking out. And now I can cut right about there. I'm always freaked out that I'm going to cut more than I should. I'm always nervous. I'm going to take my finger away and it's going to be cut all the way through. Alright, there we go. So now what we're going to do is add our drops. Let me take all these wires out of the way and flatten it out. Make sure that all your loops are where you want them. They're a little wonky. This is the time you can straighten them out. And make sure they're side by side, but gently just make sure you're not marring your wire. You can also use tool magic. I did some on some of my tools. I put tool magic, and that works like a charm as well, but sadly sometimes it just starts to peel off. It's a little frustrating. Now I'm going to take some of these drops. I'm going to use these red ones. We're going to go grab the 22 gauge wire. And what I'm going to do is make my own head pins. You can use pre-made head pins if you want, but I don't know. I like making my own. I'm just going to straighten out this edge. So I'll show you how to do the first ones, and then I'll go and finish them off. And then we'll come back. So I'm going to cut about, I want to say a couple inches, and I always cut more than I should, as you all know if you've seen my other videos. And we're going to take this case, we're going to use our round nose pliers, and I'm just going to take the end right here and wrap it around just the tip, and go around, and there we go. And I do about 3, just like that. And then I'm just going to straighten this like that. For this I'm using artistic wire. It's a lot easier to manipulate than the hardened wire. So we're going to thread this end through here, and then we'll grab we're going to need our nylon jaw pliers. So just going to bring it out a little bit, and then grab it from here so we don't peel the wire or strip the wire. like that. And now we have our little, kind of like a little rosette. You know, it's just cute little head pin. There's many ways to do a head pin, so let me know if you want to learn other ways. And what I'm gonna do is just, for this one, I'm gonna go right there. I am gonna put jump rings on here because I want them to hang a little bit longer. So I am gonna do wrap loops. So we're gonna I usually put my pliers 3/4 of the way in, and then wrap it around, take it out of the way, make sure it's nice and straight. Change your hands. You can use either your fingers or your pliers. And I do about 3 wraps. Then cut the edge like so. And squeeze. Make sure your little loop is nice and straight. See? And then we'll put them like that. There we go. So I'm going to make one for each. Oops. So I'm going to make one of those little drops for each of these sides, and just the same way like this little wrap loop, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done, and I did all the little, like I said, it looks a little blurry, but we're going to, I'll put them up here so you can see. I've done all the little wrap loops with the, you know, homemade or the handmade, not homemade, with the handmade head pins. So all we're gonna do, I have already opened up all our jump rings. Our jump rings are open. So what I'm gonna do is just attach them. Take one of these little drops, put it on here, and start right here. And then take my other needle nose pliers and close. Then grab the other one. There, I can just even loop it right into the drop. And make sure this is nice and closed. Grab another jump ring, another drop, put it right in this loop here, and close, and jump ring. Oops. I can do this. That's because I'm not holding it properly. Come on. Like that. Put this one here. And close. Here, and this one here. There we have our little earring. Then I'm just gonna go, they look so fun. I don't know if I can do it this way so you can see, but they look so pretty with the little drops hanging. I'll put a picture of them hanging actually, you know, straight up so you guys can see them, how they look. I'll put my picture at the end, so stay tuned at the end to see the picture of them on my little earring hanger. So I'm gonna go put these on, and I will be right back so we can put the last touches on it. So I finished both earrings, and then I made the ear wires. So basically what we're going to do is, and if you want to know how to make the ear wires, check out my last video before, just the one right before this one, where I explain how to make them, or I can explain it again in my next video. Let me know if you want another refresher. I'd be happy to do that. So I opened the little loop that I made and closed it, and there are the earrings. What do you guys think? You can also always make another one of these little central squares and tie it with a jump ring up here, and then just make a post earring. Or you could do like this, the hook earring. It's just if you put the little square, I fear that it just gets way too long, but it totally, you can do that. Let me just do this one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you did like this video and these earrings and want to see more like them, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe so you can see more videos like this and unboxings that I do here on my channel. And hit that bell right beside it so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. So that's all for this video. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.